And we're back to a spot that I was here 12 days ago, and the last place I caught a crappie. Well, I'm back to find crappie again, and since that video I've done so much. The fishing's actually been really good the last 12 days. I've done a couple of 3 river floats that have been really good. Had a kayak tournament where I made $130, but I'm in a challenge with Ethan from Fish Anything. We're in this little challenge before our next podcast, who can catch the biggest crappie, and we're probably going to record this week. So I got my board. I got to catch a big crappie, maybe a bass too. This is a spot, may look familiar. I've fished here a few times. Usually every year I come here, and it's a little creek channel where there's a creek coming in from there, a creek coming in from over there. And last time there were several bass in here, so I've got a rod for that. But I gotta find me a good crappie. There's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, what is it? What is it? Oh, well, I had something and it looked like a crappie, even though it looked small. Couldn't tell for sure on that one. Well, I got something. Little bass. Right off this, there's a little bit of current coming in. There's 3 creeks. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of flow right here. This is where I was catching those bigger ones last time I was here. I haven't seen as much. I don't know if the fish are still in here. If somebody's caught a lot of stuff out of here or what, but it definitely seems a lot less action. Well, we've left the creek. We're gonna hit up below the dam here. I don't know. I haven't fished here in a long time, but it's a good multi-species place, so we'll throw around for bass, and you could catch a giant crappie in here. Oh, I have it. Oh, there we go. There's a bunch of shad right here, like tons of it. I dropped my spinnerbait to the bottom and caught this. Not spinnerbait, underspin. We got a yellow bass. I may throw something else out there here in a second if those fish are just down deeper. There's like shad all over the place right here. Ooh, let's try this. Dude, look at all that shad. It's crazy. It's just hopefully something will hit this little small lure. Yep, they're down there. There we go. Sink that thing down in there. There we go. I might be on something for today. It's not one of the fish I was expecting to catch. I've gotten hit a couple times and didn't get hooked up. my camera dies. Literally 2 seconds later, it just beeped off. I hook into something. It's a crappie. It's a good one too. I don't have my board down here with me, but we're gonna get a picture of it. I'd say it's at least 10 inches, so we'll get a picture and then measure it later. All right, well, I did get one today. Was not thinking it was gonna happen. Would you hold still? It's a nice thick one too. All right, we got a little bit of daylight left. Let's try to actually catch a fish on video this time. Need me. That crappie was kind of very random. It was kind of close to the bank, but I think there's just so many different fish swimming through. Earlier I'd snagged something, like I felt my hook like just kind of, or my hooks go across it. But there's just so many different types of fish going on with all those shad moving around and things down there eating them, just picking off stuff. There we go. Oh, it's another crappie. Man, I have to fish this thing super slow. Nice. All right, we're getting something. Maybe I hitting this place just right. Right here at the end of the day. Cloud cover. Beautiful out here. That's another about a 10 incher. What? What is that? Is that a smallmouth? Oh my goodness. There's a spot. Let's see here. Yep, we have a tooth patch. It's a tiny little spotted bass. Almost looks like a mean mouth. A little bitty largemouth right off the bank. I mean, little spotted bass right off the bank. Those guys over there on the boat, I've seen them catch several. There's fish blowing up all around them. I guess they're little white bass. I don't know if yellow bass blow up like that. And they are just blowing up all around that boat. They were leaving. I saw them about to leave, and then all of a sudden they just picked up their rods again, and they're catching hand-sized little fish. Oh, another one. All right, we got two since we got down here a little closer to them. I can kind of get that lure a little closer. Another yeller bass. Ow, 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 easy, easy. These things will hurt you. They got so many sharp points on them. Okay, let's get it going. Come on, I want to get in a rhythm here where we just start, boom, crushing them. And that can definitely happen. Love to get a couple bigger ones, or maybe a big white bass. That'd be awesome to get a couple of those nice white bass come through. Yeah, there's another one. What in the? That is a tiny little dude. Man, I might try something. We might throw him back, but I may throw him out for bait on my spinnerbait rod. We're just gonna toss this out. It's getting dark. I do this all the time and usually never catch anything, but hey, today could be the day we get something before I leave. Well, time change has happened. Right now it's only 4:30 and starting to get late in the day. Early November. But we've had some warm days. It's been a warm fall. Ooh. I think there might be some active fish in these small creeks. Like this creek, a lot of times by November, I'm not even stopping. There's almost no use because there's just, the fish are just shutting down, the water's getting really cold. But we've had days up in the 70s and 80s, and I think we've only had one frost. Oh, boom, look at that. Yeah, they're in there and they're still active. I think we've only had one frost so far this year. So these creeks are cold or cool, but they're not cold yet. There's a red ear. And just like in the lakes, like all the other fish, they feed up to fatten up. They do the same thing in these little streams. They get a little fatter, they get a little more hungry as it's getting cold for them. Well, I got hit pretty good. There's one. All right, well, this is the shallower side. Let's turn over here to the deeper side, and it's definitely gotten bigger since last time I've been here. That means there's deeper water, which stays a little more stable, and there could be different fish still coming in. Could be I don't know, a lot of fish have been caught out here maybe. Oh, there's one. No, there's one right there. Nice bluegill. Okay, these sunfish are getting pretty good size. And just think, these sunfish, that red ear, and this is a bluegill, this spring, now that it's November, when they got in here, whenever they were probably half this size. I don't know how fast the bluegill grow, but I'm sure they weren't that big. So a lot of these times, these fish are gonna grow all summer, grow from eating. Every little bug that falls in, little bait fish, just all kinds of different little things. Yeah. Oh, come on. Man, I had that one on. It's been, man, a good bit since I had a bite. And gotta leave. I'd like to leave it out there for another couple hours, but just can't do it. So we come to the end of the day, end of the video, and I did what I set out to do, catch a crappie, not from where I thought. The first place I caught one, went to another place, couldn't even fish there because I couldn't get any access because I thought the water was low. I come here and I actually catch a couple nice crappie, some yellow bass, one little bass. You know, not a great day of fishing, but still was able to come out in just a few hours, catch some fish. If you want to find out if me or Ethan had the bigger crappie, be sure and watch or listen to the Whatever's Biting podcast on the YouTube channel and on all the podcast platforms. You can listen to it. This will be our 11th episode in November here, and our goal was to do 12 and then see how it goes. They've gone pretty well so far, and we've had some good support from them. And it's actually been a pretty good time. Try to do about 45 minutes of talking about the recent fishing events, new lures, new things that are coming and going, sometimes a show and tell of what I've been using that week. And I might have to show my little lure that it's kind of going to be what I use for crappie, and then I'll also catch a lot of fish on throughout the winter time. Well, I'm getting out of here. Thanks for watching.